What's up guys, it's been a very long time, but today it's finally time again for a new CTGP update, and this one's super exciting. I'm gonna talk about that in a minute, but first off I should mention that I wasn't able to make a video on the last CTGP update, so I'll just be talking about my opinion on that update at the end of this video. But anyways, talking about this CTGP update, it has added 2 brand new tracks, 2 major updates, and an entire 5 minor updates to the pack. And since we have 2 brand new tracks, 2 tracks are being removed, and this time around, I'm actually extremely happy about the removals. They are Holiday Desert and Headlong Skyway. And honestly, I couldn't be much happier. Both of these tracks were some of my absolute least favorite tracks in all of CTGP, so I'm extremely happy that they are gone. So yeah, the removals are extremely good, and now we're playing the 2 brand new tracks. The first one of which being the final GCN track. Yes, we have every single GCN track in CTGP now, and this final one right here that is being added in this update is Dino Jungle. So this is it right here. This is the final GCN track. We literally have every GCN track now, and yeah, this is Dino Jungle by Tok, and it's just an incredible remake. Oh, by the way, we still got we still got the Beck's beer. I'm sorry to my fellow Germans, but whatever. We're playing Dino Jungle now by Tok. This is just a beautiful remake with beautiful visuals. Unfortunately, it seems like the dinosaur isn't moving, which is kind of sad since I really like the way it acted in, you know, Tok's version that's, I guess, not being added. But there's probably some reasoning behind it. It might be a bit buggy, I'm guessing. Or maybe it's not really possible in CTGP without too much lag. Who knows? I certainly don't, since I'm not part of the track council. I would have definitely loved to see a moving dinosaur, but it's also fine like this. It's just amazing having this track, since this is definitely one of my favorites in Double Dash for sure. And I'm just bad at this game. I tried to go for a Shroom's shortcut that's over there. You can skip that last turn, which is pretty cool, but honestly I have no idea how to do that. So yeah, that kind of sucks. But I'm extremely happy with this version though. Like, even though the dinosaur isn't moving, this is just still an incredible remake. It looks amazing visually and drives super well for the most part. So yeah, I couldn't be much happier here. This remake is just absolutely stunning. Definitely huge props to Tok right here for remaking this track so beautifully. We also have the water fountains, by the way, which is very nice. Right there, you see them. They don't boost you up like in Mario Kart 2, but they rather destroy you, to say it like that. Let's try to go for the Shroom shortcut again. Come on. How am I not getting my hop trick? I don't understand. I'm probably having a wrong alignment there as well, so yeah, I probably won't make it anyways. But you know, trying doesn't hurt. And yeah, let's take some different pathways now. Let's just go around here now. Took the boost panel pathway twice, so yeah. I think the boost panel way is the fastest way though. So, you know, just so you know that. And yeah, this cave also looks really good, by the way. I like this. This track visually is definitely very appealing, that's for sure. Tok's remakes are really good. Oh, I made it finally. I think my alignment just really sucked on the first 2 laps. And yeah, that about concludes Dino Jungle. Amazing remake by Tok. Huge props for that. And yeah, now we are moving on to an actual original designed new track, which is Mystic Tangle. Alright, so this right here is Mystic Tangle, and it was created by ZPL. Yup, a new ZPL track finally. I feel like it's actually been quite a long time. I mean, we've gotten some ZPL tracks in 2021, but I think this might be the first original designed ZPL track in 2022, to be honest. Can't think of any other original design tracks. I can definitely think of quite some retro tracks by ZPL that were added. But I think this might be the first original design track by him to be added this year. I might be wrong though, so don't quote me on this, okay? I might be very wrong here. There might be multiple other tracks. But anyways, this right here is Mystic Tangle. This track just looks absolutely stunning visually, obviously. I mean, it's always the case with ZPL tracks. They are definitely the best tracks when it comes to the visuals. ZPL's visuals are always just so flawless. And yeah, we're basically just driving through a forest and some sort of temple thingy. I don't even know what this is supposed to be. So just don't ask me about it, okay? But I see a lot of forest. I see some mushrooms. I see some weird road, I guess. I see some houses, so maybe we're in some sort of village. Who knows? I mean, except for ZPL. He probably knows. And I'm not sure what this is supposed to be. Quite interesting theme for sure. It looks beautiful though. This is such a beautiful, beautiful track. And I especially love this cave section. This looks great. Really dig the visual style here. And let's try to do this. Nice. Yeah, we can switch the pathway twice there. I think it's actually the fastest way to do that. You know, by switching to the pathway that's like more inside, you know. So that you don't have to take as many turns. So that's pretty cool. And I think you can also do something like this. Do a little shroomless shortcut and just fail a power dodge while doing so. That's fun. But man, this track is incredible. This is just super fun to drive. Overall, just a very solid track. It's nothing that goes like way overboard. You know, it's not something super crazy. But it's just genuinely a really, really fun track. Like, that's all I can say about this. This track is just very fun. And, you know, that's the most important part. Well, kind of. A track doesn't always have to be very fun to be amazing. I personally love unique tracks, even if they might not be that fun. Which is the reason why I, for example, love tracks like Twin Peaks or Mansion of Madness. But yeah, anyways, that concludes Mystic Tangle. Beautiful, beautiful track. Great job by ZPL. And now we're moving on to the major updates, which are both retro tracks. And we're starting with probably the craziest retro remake so far, like in the entire history of MKWii modding, which is of course GBA Broken Pier. Alright, so this is GBA Broken Pier, the new remake by XBlue98, which is great to hear, by the way. His tracks were removed from CTGP in like 2019, maybe 2018, I'm not quite sure. So I'm definitely quite happy to see that, you know, some of his tracks are getting added again. I think that we're gonna have Disco Fever as a hidden track soon. There was a poll about this, and yeah, that's how it was decided. That's, by the way, also how the removals were decided, which is probably why they were so good, you know? Because honestly, the removals last time, I know I said that I was talking about this at the end of the video, but I just have to talk about it right now. I'm very, very unsatisfied with the removals of the last CTGP update. Like, honestly, I don't remember 2 of the 3 removals, but the third one, Pinewood Path, dude, I don't understand that one. Pinewood Path was an amazing custom track in literally every single aspect. I absolutely loved Pinewood Path. It was just an overall amazing track. Like, there's nothing else I can say about it. So, I'm really shocked that it was removed, but I'm very happy that there was actually a poll this time deciding what track should be removed. That's a much, much better idea. That makes it much more democratic, I'd say. Since I feel like the track council, you know, there has been some more variety in the track council, but it does still mostly consist of a more competitive player base, you know? And you know, competitive players can tend to not like older tracks being removed, since those tracks, you know, they might just have a lot of experience with them. While they're not having that much of a problem with newer tracks to be removed, since they might not have practiced that track yet. Well, they probably did practice it a lot, but it might not feel as iconic to them. And while, of course, you should always respect the competitive player base, it just doesn't represent all of the player base, you know? So I think it's great that there was an actual poll deciding on which tracks should be removed. And, I mean, the choices turned out great, you know? I'm very, very happy with the removals. I didn't like Holiday Desert and I didn't like Headlong Skyway. Both tracks are not good and outdated. So yeah, I'm very happy that they're gone. Anyways, I haven't really talked about this remake very much, but I don't even know where to begin. The visuals here are breathtaking. This is, visually speaking, the best custom track of all time, and it's not close. Yeah, driving wise, just absolutely insane as well. So many split pathways and everything. Yeah, just a perfect remake overall. Yeah, just such an incredible remake. Original track aside, this is probably the best retro remake ever. It's just absolutely insane, man. So yeah, huge props to XBlue98. I'm very excited to see Disco Fever returning to CTGP. It's just such an iconic track. So yeah, that's gonna be great. But for now, we're playing the second major update, which is also very exciting because it's DK Jungle. This right here is DK Ruins or 3DS DK Jungle, And this is the brand new and very much beautiful remake by ZPL, of course. And if you see my ranking of all the retro tracks in MKWii, you know, of every single remake of them, or all the best remakes, you know what I mean. This track was actually the highest placing custom remake. So, yeah. This is just an absolutely incredible remake by ZPL. The visuals are absolutely stunning and it drives so much better than the old version. The old version also drove pretty well, but this one's just so much better in every single aspect. Like, I like the ramps much more. Obviously, the visuals are better. There is some more objects that have been missing from the old version, like these weird bouncing things after the mushroom. I don't even know what that's supposed to be. Well, anyways. Yeah, this remake is simply insane. On top of CCG Jungle being my favorite track outside of MKWii. So, yeah. Just absolutely nothing I can complain about here. ZPL's tracks are just always perfect. And I'm really excited for all the future retro remakes by ZPL. Since, you know, he has that commission going on where you can basically donate, you know. So it's really amazing. I'm really excited to see all those tracks for sure. There's still a lot of tracks, like a lot of amazing tracks as well, that have not been remade by ZPL yet. So I'm definitely very excited to see all those remakes. And yeah, I absolutely love the sunset theme here, by the way. I think it fits incredibly well. Not only with this track, but also like, you know, all jungle tracks in general. I don't know, sunset and jungle just always seems to work. I also really like nighttime jungle. I mean, I also do like daytime jungle though. It's not bad. Love these screaming things, by the way. They look so weird. I like them. And yeah, that about concludes DK Ruins by ZPL. Just a perfect remake. Nothing else to say here. And yeah, now we're gonna be moving on to the minor updates. But before that, it should be said that for every minor update that didn't change anything, I'm just gonna skip that since, you know, what should I talk about there when it's just bug fixes? But the first minor update, which is GCM Bowsers Castle, isn't just bug fixes, so we'll play that one now. Alright, so here we have GCM Bowsers Castle. This is still the version by Talk, just like the one that got added a couple months ago. But there has been some changes that have been made. I know that the stairs were actually made flat road, you know, which is great. I actually said exactly that in my retro ranking video, which is pretty funny. I don't know if this update was made before or after the video, but if my video actually had an influence on that, then I'm really happy to know that. But it might not have, it might just be me being stupid, I don't know. The fire wheel at the end of the track was also made less annoying. I think it was positioned in a way that it doesn't hit you all the time anymore. I guess we'll just see, you know. We'll take that ramp at the end, and then we'll just see. I still wouldn't say that this track is that great, since I'm just not the biggest fan of this track's track design. There's quite some really sharp turns, but these stairs right here are just so much better, dude. And yeah, I really like the way this Bowser works, but that was already the case in the old version. This shortcut feels a lot easier, to be honest. Did they make it easier? I'm not sure. It felt easier. Or maybe I was just lucky. Okay, to be honest, the wheel still kind of seems like it can still really screw you over. I'm really not sure. Yeah, the only thing I might wish is this track being 2 laps. Honestly, this feels a little long. And also, as I already said, these stairs... No, not the stairs. The turn before the stairs. And also the other super tight turn. They're just too tight, man. I wish they were less tight. Yeah, the shortcut's easier for sure. That was so much easier. They definitely made that easier. I'm not sure if that was already the case in, you know, the other version by Talk. That was added a couple months ago. I don't know, but it definitely feels easier than the version that used to be in CTGP for years. I am intentionally gonna try to hit the fire wheel though. Like, not at the sides, since you can obviously hit that. That's like quite obvious why that is. But I'm gonna try to hit it at the top, you know? To see if it's still a problem. So it should be actually quite in the middle. I didn't hit it still. So maybe it's actually more difficult to actually hit the fire wheel now than to avoid it. So I guess that's good. Alright, up next we have Delfino Island, and I'm pretty sure this is just a bug fix update. If that's actually the case, then we're gonna skip to the next track, which is Jungle Ruins, right away. So yeah, if that's the case, then see you at the next track. Alright, so this is Jungle Ruins, and this is most definitely not a bug fix update. The thing I'm noticing immediately here is the visuals. they look a million times better. I don't really like the visual style of the old version of Jungle Ruins. They look very pixelated. So I'm much happier with these visuals right here. They look a lot simpler and cleaner. I like that. So yeah, that's definitely the big thing that I'm noticing here. I don't think driving wise this track will be too different though, since Jungle Ruins is totally fine driving wise. It's a bit unmemorable, but you know, there's nothing wrong about it for sure. This looks a lot nicer as well, by the way. I like how orange it is. Looks really nice. And yeah, the end doesn't look too different. So yeah, just overall a really nice visual overhaul here. Driving wise, this feels literally the same, so don't think there's very much to comment on. And yeah, otherwise this is just a typical Jungle Ruins, you know. So yeah, that concludes Jungle Ruins, and now it's time to play Marble Towers. Alright, so this right here is Marble Towers by Sneaky. And yeah, I guess we'll just find out if this is just a bug fix update or not. Alright, so lastly, this right here is Suzuka Circuit, and I would actually say that this does look different. I think the textures look a little bit darker. Yeah, I'd say they have less of a glow. Suzuka Circuit's road textures used to like glow. Like, you know, they used to like reflect the sun, I guess. Which in my opinion always looked kind of ugly. But it seems way less like that now. It seems more simplified, I guess. Which I like. But it doesn't really matter, since either way, even with a bit better visuals, I'm simply not a fan of this track. This is definitely bottom 20 for me in CTGP. And I definitely hope for this one to get removed very soon. I really hope that it's gonna happen. Though I'm not sure if it is. I guess we'll just have to find out. Yeah, really not a big fan of this track. I guess we'll just see. But yeah, anyways, I've not noticed anything other than the visuals, which do look nicer now, but I'm still not a big fan of this track. But either way, this update in general was quite good, to be honest. This update, like especially the new tracks and the major updates, I really enjoyed all of them. And Jungle Ruins looks great now, that also should be mentioned. And especially the removals this update were just very strong. It just really shows that these poles are definitely the better method to remove the tracks, since it better represents, you know, what tracks the community actually wants to be removed. As we've clearly seen with Kali Day Desert and Headlong Skyway. But yeah, anyways, that concludes this CTGP update. Great job to the track council and everyone that voted on the removals. Definitely very good choices for sure. And yeah, we're not ending this video yet. First off, we're gonna be talking about the May CTGP update. So first off, when it comes to the removals, the first two removals were absolutely great. I'm very happy that Misty Ruins is gone. It's a very outdated track and there was no reason to keep it, so that's a good removal. SNES Ghost Valley 1 is a good removal as well, since it's one of my least favorite SNES tracks and it's also a SNES track, so yeah. Not a very strong track for sure. But man, the third removal is the worst removal that I've seen in a long time. Why did they remove Pinewood Path? It's absolutely ridiculous to me. Pinewood Path is an amazing custom track with amazing visuals and amazing track design. The theme might not be that special, but really, does it have to? When the track is fun to drive and looks great? So yeah, that removal of Pinewood Path is just extremely disappointing. I can only hope for the track to be re-added, though it's likely not gonna happen. But I guess we'll just see. So now when it comes to the three new tracks. First off, GBA Boo Lake, absolutely incredible remake. Not to say perfect remake in literally every single aspect. I absolutely love it. It looks great visually, changes up the theme and the track design a lot. It's just an amazing remake. Then we got Royal Rainbow, amazing custom track, no flaws, looks amazing visually, drives very well. But what really stands out in that update is Banished Keep. It's definitely the best track that was added this year so far, and I think it's gonna stay that way. It's currently my third favorite track in all of CTGP, only behind Sahara Hideout and Glimmer Express Trains. It's just an incredible track. I'm extremely happy that it's there now. Then when it comes to the major updates, Skyline Avenue made the track a bit more modern, which is nice. I already liked Skyline Avenue before, I think it was a good track, and now it's even better, you know? So there's nothing I can complain about here. The visuals are better and it drives a bit smoother. The other major update is Candy Coaster. It's a lot better than the original version, but I'm still not that big of a fan of Candy Coaster. It still probably ranks in my bottom 50 tracks in CTGP. I don't think it should necessarily be removed, but I would also not complain if it was removed, you know? And finally, when it comes to the 4 minor updates, I don't really know what to say about them. By this point, I already forgot about all of them, like what they did, except for Big Express City. That's like the most major out of the minor updates, since it really changed up the visuals. I don't know if I like it, to be honest. I just really got used to Big Express City having that, like, I guess, grayish daytime city visual style, I guess. But now it's like nighttime and a bit more like yellow, but also blue. It's hard to describe, but it just looks different now. I guess it looks good, but I'll just have to get used to it, I guess. Driving wise, it feels very similar. And I guess that can also be said about all the other minor updates, since by this point I've already forgotten what they even changed. So yeah, it was a great CGP update overall, but I'm just very pissed about the removal of Pinewood Path. Just such a bad removal, the worst one in years for sure. But I really hope that the system that they used to remove the tracks in this update will be kept in the future, since I think that it worked very well. I really like the removals in this update. So yeah, I'm hoping that that won't change and that, you know, this way the removals will actually be much better in the future. And yeah, that about concludes everything that I could say for this video. Feel free to like and subscribe and join that Discord server. And I will see you guys in the next video. And as always, enjoy Wario on drugs.